Hello, Sixth Form. Let's continue with The War with Grandpa, Chapter 4. Chapter 4. The Deadly Dinner. This chapter is about what happened at dinner that night. I'm not too proud about how I acted, but I'm going to write it anyway, because it is true and real. I didn't go dashing off to my mother when Jennifer dropped the news on me about Grandpa coming. I have a feeling about bad news. I always let it come to me instead of running around like an idiot looking for it. But I can tell you, I was feeling pretty awful that whole afternoon, and I didn't have much appetite for dinner. My dad came home at his usual time that night, about 6 o'clock. My dad's name is Arthur, and he's an accountant. An accountant works with money, in case you didn't know, figuring out how much money people and companies have and what they should do with money besides spending it. In the spring, when people have to pay their income taxes, my dad is very busy and sometimes comes home very late and even works on weekends. Tax time, he calls it, and it goes on for months. During tax time, he disappears downstairs into his office in the basement and doesn't come out until it's over. Now, after telling you all that, I have to be truthful and say I don't know what Dad does exactly, except he uses a calculator and some big books called ledgers a lot. Anyway, we were on desserts and milk when the subject of Grandpa came up, and it was Mom who spoke about it. "Children," she said, "I have some wonderful news." Wonderful, I was thinking. If this was wonderful, then maybe Thursday was Sunday. You know that Grandpa Jack has been very sad down in Florida since Grandma died. Well, I was speaking to him the other day, and guess what? He sold the house down there and he's coming to live with us. Isn't that exciting? Mom was looking at me with such a happy expression on her face that I had to smile. Just a little. "Terrific," I said, which was maybe one of the biggest lies of my life. "You'll finally get to know your grandpa," Dad said. "He's a great guy, Peter, and he loves you and Jenny a lot." "I love him up to the sky and down to the ocean," Jenny said. "He always sends me candy on my birthday." "That's my silly sister. If Frankenstein gave her chocolate, she'd be his best friend." "When is Grandpa coming?" I asked. "In about a week," Mom said. "He's just finishing some last-minute things and then he'll fly up here to stay." "We've got to make Grandpa feel welcome, kids," Dad said. "Our home is his home now. I expect you to treat him just like a member of the family, with respect and courtesy, and maybe with a little extra understanding because he misses Grandma so." "It may be strange in the beginning," Mom said, "having Grandpa here all the time, but I know you'll do everything you can to make him happy." "Can I show him my ballet routines?" Jenny asked. "Perhaps," Dad said, smiling. "He'll probably enjoy them." "Will he play the piano for me while I dance?" "Not unless he's suddenly learned how to play the piano," Mom said. "Will he play casino with me?" Jenny asked. "Jenny," Dad said, "let's not jump all over Grandpa Jack the minute he walks in here. Let him settle in and get comfortable." Dad looked over at me. "Peter, why so silent?" "Just thinking," I said. "Are you worried about Grandpa coming here?" Mom asked. "A little," I said. I saw a funny look pass from Mom to Dad. "Where is he going to stay?" I asked. "In the guest room." "Well," Dad said with a kind of sigh. "No, Peter." "Where then?" I asked. "Exactly." "Let's talk about it," Dad began. "You see, Peter, Grandpa's leg is really bad. He can't walk stairs very well. So putting him on the top floor of the house, up 2 whole flights of stairs, that's not a good idea." "And the bathroom on the top floor is only half a bath, Peter," Mom said. "If we put Grandpa up there, he'd have to go down a flight of stairs to shower then up again. Couldn't you put a shower in the top floor bathroom? I asked. Not really, Dad said. Why not? I said. There's only those old dinky rooms up there where we store things away. You could make the bathroom bigger. Look, Peter, Dad said. We've been thinking awfully hard about where Grandpa can stay, and there seems to be only one answer. No, I said as fast as I could. It has to be your room, Peter, Dad said. Absolutely, positively, 100% no, spelled N-O. I didn't just say that, I yelled it. Peter, Mum said, don't shout. Don't you want Grandpa to live with us? Jenny said. How can you be so mean? Stay off this, bird brain, I said to her. Oh, Peter, Dad sighed, shaking his head slowly. Why can't Jenny give up her room? I asked. Why does it have to be me? She's still a baby, Peter, Mum said. I am not, Jenny said. She looked insulted. She still gets up in the night sometimes, Mum went on, and she needs looking after more than you do, especially getting dressed in the morning. You know what a slow poke she is, and how I have to keep after her, or she'd be late for school every day. You're a big boy now, Peter, almost grown up. I depend on you. You know that. It's not fair, I said. It's not fair that Grandma died, Dad said. It's not fair that Grandpa is so sad and lonely. Life isn't always fair, Pete. We'll try to make you as comfortable as possible on the third floor, Mum said. Who knows? Maybe you'll enjoy living up there. Oh no, I won't, I cried out. I love my room. It's mine. And even as I said that, I knew it wouldn't do any good. So I did the only thing I could. I jumped up from my chair, ran up to my room, threw myself on the bed, and cried like a maniac.